If you are here today, January 1st, 2020, y'all let me know how you feeling. But I have been rolling them out, and we're going to follow up with part 2 of my getting to know or being shown or introduced to Orishas. And if you missed part 1, that was me speaking on Papa Legba and my introduction my introduction to him. So we gonna dove right on into part 2 of my experience with Oshun, the goddess Oshun. So stay tuned for that. Oh, if you're new to my channel, maybe take a look around. You know, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and just roll with me. So y'all stay tuned. So we talked about Papa Legba, and I remember being at the altar at one of these times on some Monday, and I was just, maybe this got something to do with it, because as I said, I need something. I need to know that I'm okay. Like I'm feeling real funny about myself. I feel the way I viewed myself at that point. At that point, I really wasn't speaking to somebody I connected with. Ooh, we was on and off. Baby, he plays a part in some of this. I felt I was trying to change how I'm doing stuff. I was working at a cafe, trying to sing at the time, wanted to be a bartender, and I was kind of running out of gas too. I was kind of in the red. I'm still in the red, but at this point it was like physically, mentally, spiritually, I felt drained. I felt energetically exhausted. I felt like this is when I was feeling like I was at this little rut period in 19, honestly. And I was just asking for something, some type of, just somebody, just something to help me a little bit. Times passed. This time I feel good. I was feeling a little better. So I was feeling lovey-dovey. I was feeling real lovey-dovey. I like drawing stuff. Y'all see part 1, I be drawing stuff, chat. I got stories to tell in these pictures. It's crazy. And I'm a novice. I'm a novice drawer. But I was really feeling lovey-dovey around this time. I hope you can see any of this. But this is a sketch I got of the Lover's card. This is Gemini. This is the card in tarot, the 6 major arcana in tarot. And this is the Lover's card. This is the Gemini. I'm Gemini. That's number 6. Our number in the month is 6. You know, it is Adam and Eve being in the drawing. And I was feeling so good about being just a woman and sensual. I don't know what it was, the energy over me. I just felt beautiful. I felt loved. I felt covered. I felt send into my goddessness. Also around this time, it was coming up on Friday the 13th. I believe there was a harvest moon. I'll put it down in the picture below, because this same issue I had in part 1. But I realized that it was also Friday the 13th, and that's the month. It was also all about Venus. I was starting to learn about goddesses and sending my divine feminine, and I was so pushing the divine feminine, because I'm really understanding me as a woman, me being a queen and a goddess. And I'm telling you, when you know you live in abundance, and you know you see yourself a certain way, and you know that you are things, it's like you get this, I don't want to say big-headedness or arrogance, but I just saw stuff. I felt it, and it was exuding from me. And it was very strange, because people were just all on me. So I was going back to work, okay, because the week prior I had wasn't making any money that night. I did not. And I was over a party, a section of the party that was so rude, to the point that I've never in my life, and I have at my job in healthcare, I stormed out crying. But at this point, I left up out of there. I was done for the night. I broke down. Like, that was the first time at that cafe that they saw me like, I'm done. I messed up somebody's drink order, but it wasn't that crucial. They didn't tip. They tried to get out of a big tab, big ticket. I was in the red. Like, it was a whole lot. My manager and them was so cool with me, and the people that worked there was so wonderful with how they handled me. because I damn near lost it, okay, the week prior. So I had to work this coming up week, and I was dreading it, but it's like, I got to pay my car note. I got to work. I got to go. I got to do it. And when I got there, I was over the same section. It's crazy. I was like, oh Lord, it's finna be crazy. I was over a party again, but this party, I was told that they wanted me to be over the section. I'm getting ahead of myself. Before going to work, and it was on Friday, so it was either Thursday night, Friday. It was sometime. I took a spiritual bath because it's the full moon, so I wanted to kind of be on schedule with the moon, take a spiritual bath and set it up and feel myself. And very interesting the way that my spiritual bath was set up. I did not know that I was incorporating things of Oshun throughout that. So let's talk about Oshun. Oshun is one of the youngest goddesses. She's the Orishas, one of the major Orishas of the pantheon. You know what? If we gonna just break it down, if people ask you who's the hottest R&B singer, and y'all just automatically think Beyonce, you know, something like that. If y'all want to say who's the Orisha goddess that general that, you know, people love, and that's one of the main ones that she's most venerated, and you would say Oshun. It's funny I say Beyonce because you can find that Beyonce pays homage to Oshun and Venus. If you look at some of her videos when she's coming, of course, hold up, they don't love you like I love you. That video when she's walking out that door and that water is flowing out, and she has that beautiful yellow and she's flowing, and there are so many depictions of Oshun within that video because you can see her beauty and daintiness and goddess and just flowing through, and she got that bat and busting a window out of a car at the same time. So that is an example of a depiction of Oshun. But she is a goddess of love, of fertility, especially new love. I'm gonna be specific. She's really about that fresh new love. And when you think of elements, she is of water. She is the fresh water goddess. She's of the rivers. She flows. It is all things, because you know what? Without that fresh water, things can't grow, y'all. We can't have that harvest. Mankind literally couldn't have been made. Olodumare, that's the man creator. He created Oshun because without her, mankind would not exist. We would not have fresh water to grow things, to grow our harvest, to live. So she is of beauty, of sensuality, of sexuality. That's why honey is her thing. She has a honey pot at her hips. Oh, I like my little dress. I like that. I need a honey pot next to it. Honey pot, literally. You know, your honey pot, it rides next to her hips. You need that sweet tasting honey, like candy. You think on wherever you want to think with that, but that's exactly what you need to think back, because that's what her love like. Honey. It's all the Orishas, like I said in part 1 with Papa Legba, there are different elements throughout. That's how you know that energy is present. And her number is 5. I thought her day of the week was Friday, but a lot of people say Saturday, but something about Friday, you know. But bees, you see bees, honeybees, sunflowers, oranges, lemons, pumpkins, gold, yellow, slight orange. It's about harvest. That's she about that money, about that gold. Freshness, the fruit, like that's her colors, that's her element. The peacock is her bird, but the vulture is also her bird. And there is a story behind that as well. That's the beauty of, that's what I love about Oshun, because there is that beauty and easiness, and everybody is so pulled to that vainness and that outside beauty, but then there's that other side too as well. She started off as a peacock. She flew into the sun to try and get word to let her know that, because men were going through a drought below, and while going up, her feathers burnt and she became a vulture. And after that, she was raised up in love, because that takes a lot of sacrifice to change your outside appearance for the good of everybody else. And that's what she did. Different aspects of following the religions, or Yoruba, and the Yoruba tribe, and Cuban and in the Caribbean it's Oshun. Other places we could think of Aphrodite, we could think of Venus, the Greek goddess, we could think of Isis and Kemet, but that's her energy throughout, is that beautifulness, fertility, just yes. But she also has different sides to her, which all of them do. So
as sweet and as beautiful Oshun may be, and as classy as she may be, like I said, all the luau's have different aspects and dynamics to them. With Oshun, she can show a vengeful side, she can show a jealous side, and she does have rage. She can cause flooding if she's upset. She could take your man if she wants to. She could. But like I say, that's why I have an appreciation for the luau's, because they show that human aspect of having that light and dark side. She shows an affinity to sex workers, whether it be strippers, prostitutes, anything as that. And it's not so much because you using your honey pot and your honey to make your money, not necessarily, but usually those workers show an entrepreneurial side to them, who are using their beauty and their charm and their looks to get that what they want. But it's once again just showing those different dynamics of women as a whole. She also shows represents conception, and like I said fertility 10 times, but think of that beginning stages of you having a child, not having a child, but actually being pregnant. It's very beautiful.
Very sweet. So, and once again, we all need to pick up a book. We all need to study and research a whole lot more. So with all that being said, you got Google, you got YouTube, and many different outlets to explain to you all of the different Orishas, because there are way more than 7. There are way more than Oshun. There are way more that people connect with. So in my spiritual bath, I had things involved that I didn't even know was her things. I brewed things up, and then I had fresh oranges. I had lemon. It was honey involved. I want to say cinnamon. I had there was a warm drink that I made. I remember drinking this in LA, and it was called like Oshun. It was something like Oshun something, but I did not connect that to, I didn't connect none of that. Now, if I do things with Oshun in mind, I would do that. But I remember drinking this, putting almond milk. I wanted to feel pampered. I wanted to feel smooth. I mean, it's good stuff for your skin anyway. I just wanted to feel like, this is the life. This is where I'm at. I'm sitting in this. This is my luxury. I didn't want to just rinse off and that's it. Like, I wanted to just feel this. I had a yellow candle and I had a white candle burning. And then I had my 2 stones, because I need to re-up on all my crystals, because I can't find a lot of them. They'll come back. I had a couple crystals. I had a yellow cute citrine with me because it matched my yellow candle. And I had a clear quartz crystal with me. And like them colors, I never realized them colors came into play like that. So I felt good after my bath, and just refreshed and smelling good, and putting my rose, I have some rose water that I like to spray on myself, like just smelling like just goddess, just milk and honey and sensuality and around, just sexy. My makeup was on point, just felt on point, so on point. Get to this party, and I had a little anxiety at first, because I'm like, we're gonna have a rerun. If it happens again, I'm leaving. That's what I was telling myself. If it starts to happen again, girl, you're leaving. No, they put me at ease. They gave me the same section, but this party wanted me, they said. And there was a young lady who was from New Orleans, all her people from New Orleans. They were having a birthday there. Y'all know how I feel about New Orleans. Y'all know I love New Orleans. N.O. in the building. I love y'all. I went again for Halloween. We'll talk about that on another day. And yes, baby. They were from New Orleans, and I was like, okay, we're gonna have us a good time. Now, they made it so easy for me. They were so fun. They were so nice. They were just They gave the right attitude, so they love me. They love me. They handled me so good, and I handled them so well. I felt good as a waitress. I felt good as a woman, baby. Like, people just, period, was just, I was on that night. I would say that I made good that night. I felt good that night. I was goddess that night, okay? This is how they set up their party, and this is when I was like, okay. The way they handle the drinks, they prepaid the drinks. They wanted tickets, like break off tickets, and have like a little like 3 menu drink for their guests with these tickets. And they were $5 each, $5 tickets each. Baby, they prepaid for them for a gang of tickets. At the end of the night, when I looked at what I had in my hand just tallying up stuff, I had nothing but $5 bills in hand. This is after, mind you, I had to go back to my job because my manager and them said that I didn't pay some other people what they were supposed to get paid because it was prepaid tickets. There was some tallying mixed up in the mix. So whatever. Even after I had to break them, go back in because I had a lot of money, just $5 bills, all $5 bills. And I gave some 20s because we converted some of them 5s to 20s, some 20s. But even after I gave back, I still had nothing but 5s in my hand. Got to take care of whatever I need to take care of. I was like, okay, at that point, I had to drive Uber that night. I made good on Uber. When I had to come to a building that I delivered to before, a nice little, Houston skyrise, it's cute, but they had a mural. And this is when I'm like, okay, this Oshun, baby. This Oshun. I don't know how Oshun just like, boom, that's it. I got it. That's it. That's her. That's it. There's a mural, and I'll put a picture of it, where it's bees, it's sunflowers, butterflies, beautiful tribal prints, beautiful, just beautiful colors, very feminine, very, beautiful feel, the African feel too. I had to take pictures of it. A picture of it, and I think I posted on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you're not, at Roche. But that stuck out to me. I'm like, okay, I think this Oshun, because I remember my spiritual bath earlier. I remember the $5 bills, and I just randomly was learning. I Googled one thing about it, and then it's like everything else that was happening to me, I found out, oh, that's her colors, that's her numbers. Oh yeah, that is honey. All right, that is. All of that was happening to me through the week. But after that night, I went to go see my boo thing, all right? And brother lives by the water. And he lives in Beaumont area, Port Arthur. And that's why I know the exact dates of things that have happened, because these are events that happen. And had a night out of town, very, lovey-dovey night on a town. He got me some sunglasses, and they had bees on them. I will post a picture of them sunglasses. I'll post a picture of them, me with them sunglasses in the rain, because it was after I gave 2 Oshun on a Friday. This is after when I realized I gotta say, what's up, girl? 2 Oshun, give 2 Oshun. I'll show a picture of those glasses. I know I had them on, but he bought me glasses with bees on them. And I was like, oh. He didn't understand why I was goofy about that. So I'm back. Look at me. Got an umbrella and still got caught up in the rain, okay? Because I was like, just wash, just go ahead. Because that's right when I was finishing. I got cinnamon on my hands still. Right when I was finishing what I was doing, just bless. Thank you. So cute. Y'all like these shades? Somebody very precious got them from me. Yeah. Had a very good time. All over each other, okay? TMI, yes, I know. But I gotta sit in it. This it's just something. Forgive me. I joked with him throughout the year, telling him, we did that. We kind of made that happen, I feel like. But that weekend, we were all over Beaumont, all over throughout, and the way had a very good time. Okay, did not realize how much of a good time by the rock that I felt like you had when there's things around you that's going on that you didn't even realize was brewing and going on. Port Arthur Beaumont area flooded that weekend. September 17th through September 23rd of 2019 is when we experienced Tropical Storm Imelda. According to Wikipedia, Imelda was the 5th wettest tropical cyclone. It was the 11th tropical cyclone and the 9th named storm of the 2019 hurricane season, accumulating $5 billion worth of damage, affecting Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, but especially the Beaumont and Galveston area. There were reportedly 5 fatalities, although some other sources say 6. It was not good. When I drove home that weekend, because the night shows different things, there were cars underwater at the side of the road, and the same streets that we were driving through Lamar, down, the club we went to. Like, I remember being around Lamar University and being just around certain streets that I was looking at on the news, where the newscasters was letting people get in their trucks because they trying to get to shelter. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? A lot of water involved. So I didn't say I feel like I did it. I didn't feel like we did it, but I joke with him, say, we made it flood, right? We made it flood. That was our little cute little inside joke when I tell him that weekend, because that was one of the best weekends that I've had. Okay, but it flooded a lot. It was water. It was everywhere. But when I got home, there was also a whole bunch of water. It was a lot of raised water, and I had a setup because there was something that I had sunflowers. This is before I even knew. I already had a yellow candle that was burning with sunflowers because I was trying to bring more positivity and love into my life anyway, before I even knew Oshun. Then when I realized this is something for Oshun, that's when I put the energy of that candle that I was burning into Oshun. But it already had the sunflowers on it. I just dabbled the honey and got the numbers right and got 5 lemons and 5 oranges. I just built with that.
One thing I cannot stress enough about honey when doing any type of offering to Oshun is that you must taste the honey before you do anything for Oshun, because it's so rude. Story has it is that she was once poisoned via honey, so in order to give to her, you must taste that honey first. Never forget that.
So by the time I left from my boo thing, after making it out alive, not even knowing that it was water everywhere. Okay, I come home and it was still hot water in Houston because it just rains on the weekends. I was by the bayou because I wanted to do something with this candle that I had at home, because it finished, it burned, I felt good. I had a petition underneath it because the petition was for me to feel good. I'm trying to build my inner goddess, my inner femininity, my inner divine, my inner reader, my inner everything, my inner high priestess, all that, my empress and my high priestess. I'm trying to build all of them up. And by the time that candle was finished, and I was like, thank you, Oshun. That was you, girl. This weekend was all you, girl. Baby, thank you, queen. Thank you. That's why what am I going to do with this? It was hot water in Houston still, because the bayou down Allen Parkway was flooded to the point where the water, if you're familiar with that Allen Parkway and the bayou, the water was all the way up to the street. And I was driving Uber and I had my situation with me, and I easily got to go by the water and I just threw it in there. I just threw it by the water and let it go. Later, I found out the bayou is a wonderful place to let things flow in your petition flow, and that's the closest I had to a river here in Houston. So that was my experience meeting her and understanding her energy and feeling her energy. And I need to do better with that's what this year is about too, is really connecting more with my Orishas and having a relationship with different ones. Because why would they just come out and say hey if they not saying, hey, what's up, we could work together, or we could talk, or we could be cool? Not even knowing that I'm giving the energy and paying homage and saying thank you and showing gratitude before I even knew the connection, and I got it. So now we got to do with it. So it's beautiful. It's a good feeling. Things about her as well. She is also, this is another reason I really am happy I'm doing these videos, so I can start putting my focus back more into building relationships too and understanding more, because she is also the goddess of divination. She is I think of her and I think of high priestess. You know, I want the connection to the high priestess card, to the Empress card, but in the Empress card you can't help but think of her because you see Venus within a heart in the Empress card, so that's off top. But she's also over tarot and divination. I want that absolute connection, not even just her. Marie Laveau as well, and we gonna really talk about what I'm trying to understand with Marie Laveau as well. But she's over divination, and that's what I think of with tarot and the moon, and just having that, it was that connection. She is they call her the Queen of Witches. Like, is that true? I saw Queen of Witches, and that got me, because it's like, if you are that also having that gift, that's what women, that moon is about. That's what that part is about, is having that intuitive height to the point where you just got that other side, got that seeing and knowing. So I know she's over that. Just as Oshun, I feel like, you know, I feel that connection. It's things about me. I am beautiful. I'm a goddess. I'm a queen. I'm all these things. I carry that energy about me, and I live in, I feel like luxury and abundance and all that. But even if y'all would know it, baby, I'm living, I'm on this budget, baby. Ain't no budget. I'm trying to make it. Some people who are children of Oshun are funny with their money, but they do live in luxury. They have a luxury feel, or just know people are attracted to them. Nice, they know nice things, they feel nice things, they love looking at themselves. I don't want to say I'm vain. There are times that I am. I can't say that, but I want to say I'm a humble person because I have no choice to be, because that is also the flip side. I feel like I'm the peacock and the vulture at the same time. I really do. I've been forced to be humble, so I can't keep a big head on me, but I'm beautiful at the same time. Like, I can't. That is the energy that she has. She's been through pain. She's about that too. She's about jealousy, and she's experienced a lot of loss as well, a lot of loss and heartbreak as well. If you look at different patakis, I hope I say that right, different patakis or stories of the Orishas, she is not just about coming through, shaking her hips, whipping her honey, and getting every man she wants. Those men also have broken her heart. She has also had to sacrifice, and also had to be humbled at times. She comes with yellow gold and all that, but it's not just because it's yellow. It ain't yellow or satin. No, it's because it was once white, but she has worn it so much and has had to wear it so much from living in a impoverished moment that it has turned yellow and gold. So see that contrast in story, and it's like I resonate so deeply with that energy and that spirit. It's like, you got it, baby. You own it. You work it. You got it. But it's like you also, you can go through it too. But so far that will follow up or finish up with my experience with the goddess Orisha, that is Oshun. And I really hope that brought some insight. Now it's like a testimony. I feel like part 1 and part 2, this feel like some type of testimony. I've been wanting to get it out since last year, and I'm happy that I stalled on doing the video of Papa Legba because I experienced these things as well. Not these things, but I've also experienced knowledge another Orisha as well, and that is Oshun, and it feels so good. It really does feel good to be enlightened in their way. And I hope that it helped. If anything, if any of y'all have, like I always say, if y'all have any questions or y'all want to pop the discussion off, or you want to hit me up in my inbox because you have an experience, please share with me. Please, by all means, I would love to hear about it. But anyway, guys, but y'all stay tuned for the next. I'm so happy y'all could be with me today, and we're here in location again. That's the studio. That's my room, y'all. I'm in my room. Y'all already know what it is, baby. And if you haven't checked out part 1 of me experiencing meeting Papa Legba, I will absolutely put that below. And stay tuned for the next thing. Who knows what I'll do next? Y'all just wait with me. So glad to be coming into this new year with you guys. So glad. So until next time, guys. Bye.